Welcome to the podcast that criminals don't want you to watch. Now, we all know that Noah Presgrove's death was a tragedy that rocked the entire state of Oklahoma at the end of 2023. But now, there's a chilling rumor that's spreading like wildfire. We've got some very popular true crime podcasters who are secretly trying to solve this case on their own. Will DNA test of the black shorts finally uncover the truth behind Noah's mysterious death? So let's dive into this podcast today, guys.
Welcome to the Partners in Fake Crimes podcast. We have some very special news for you guys today. Hey honey, go ahead and tell all of our very special guests what we're up to.
Hey guys, we're doing a DNA test of Noah's shorts! Woo!
Alright. Enough of that crap, guys. Sorry about that. I just thought we'd have a little fun to start this podcast off. You know, I always like to poke fun at the partners in fake crimes. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get back on track and let's get back to the real show here today, okay? So, the rumor is that there were about 40 kids at this party. The party where Noah Presgrove attended. It was Avery's birthday, and then somehow he ended up deceased on the side of the road the next morning. Very, very sad situation. Okay, and this visual here, it represents 40 people. Okay, and they were all. It's possible that they came in contact with Noah's shorts at some point in time, or with Noah himself, his body, his shorts, his clothing, his hat, whatever. But the shorts are what is in question today. So here's some of the rumors of the stuff that was going on, and we have Snapchat videos. Of course, a lot of them were deleted, but you know, a lot of people saw them before they were deleted. But you had the slap game going on. You know, you guys have seen it on TV where they slap each other as hard as you can. That was going on at this party. There was maybe some possible sexual relations going on. Okay. There was a possible redneck hillbilly fight club that they had planned. Who knows if it actually happened, but it could have, you know. Then there was also the videos, and there's pictures of the girls and whoever else riding on Noah's body with a Sharpie. Okay, those are just a lot of the examples of stuff that went on where you can have contamination, you know, to where you would have a lot more DNA and sweat and just whatever, possible fingerprints, you know, on Noah's body or his shorts. Okay, from being at a party with 40 plus people with all this stuff going on. Okay. So that leads us to the question of why test the shorts now? You know, why? What do these guys think that it's going to prove? And is it going to be a successful test? You know, when you're around 40 something people, you know, are you going to find 40 different people's DNA? You know, that's the problem. You know, you have a crime scene where you have several people that have admitted to touching the body. Okay, and we're around the body. Okay, you got one of Caden's shoes on Noah. So if Caden's DNA is found on Noah's shorts, well, it is now explained away. I think Jack was possibly touching Noah. I mean, I don't know for sure. He touched the shorts, I think. So that rules out Jack, right? If his DNA is found on the shorts, because now he has an excuse. Okay, what about the other three boys that were at the crime scene also? that Caden says he drove up there with in his Jeep. They were at the crime scene. So is it possible there was some contamination with those 3 boys? Okay, how about the sheriffs, the volunteer firefighters? You know, how about the guys who called 911? Did they ever touch his body? You know, because there's the talk that the shorts were on his body, the shorts were off his body. I think the medical examiner received his body with no shorts, right? So, how many people are admitting to touching these shorts, to touching Noah's body? So, you have cross-contamination hell going on here. So, you go from the possibility of having a mixture, all or some of the 40 partygoers, to then 10 to 20 more people at the crime scene where the body was found. So you're looking at 50 to 60 possible, points of DNA that are on Noah's body or Noah's shorts. So what's it going to prove if you find DNA on the shorts? They all have an explanation. They all have an excuse for why the DNA was there. So I'm just really questioning why now, and why didn't the police do this DNA test? Is it because they already know what I'm talking about here? So that it probably won't do any good. Is you have contamination. With so many people touching the item, DNA from various individuals would be present. This makes it difficult to isolate a specific person's DNA. So, like I said, we're in cross-contamination hell here, guys, in this case. So, what good is the DNA test going to do? I mean, I applaud these guys for trying, but I just don't think it's going to do any good, and I think that's why police never did it. Then you have degradation, the possibility of that. Over time, DNA can degrade, especially if it's exposed to elements like sunlight, heat, or moisture. This can make it even harder to recover and analyze. So, were the shorts kept safe for a year? Were they never washed? How do you know they weren't washed before they were given to whoever had them? How do we know those are the real shorts? Because if the shorts were missing and they weren't on his body, and supposedly there was some white, light colored shorts folded off to the side, then how do you even know that testing the black shorts is going to do any good? Because how do we know those are the actual ones that Noah was wearing? I mean, something's just not adding up here, guys. Then you can have DNA transfer. DNA can be transferred from one surface to another, further complicating the process of identifying a specific source. That ties into contamination, but it really ties into, you have Caden's shoe on his body. So Caden can't be a suspect because, my DNA is on there because my shoe's right there, I mean, it just goes on and on and on, guys, of all the possibilities, of DNA being on his body or his shorts, and just nothing coming of it, So, so while it's not impossible, finding a specific individual's DNA on a heavily handled item would require advanced forensic techniques and potentially additional evidence to support the identification. I don't think that any of that's going to matter because, like I said, you have cross-contamination to the moon here, guys. I mean, we've all seen the Snapchat videos, slapping each other, hugging each other, beer pong with each other, just on and on and on, writing on his body with a Sharpie, possibly taking a shower. Even taking a shower wouldn't wash the DNA off the shorts, but it could have damaged or degraded some of the DNA. So I don't know. I'm at a loss for words here of why do we have podcasters having to do the DNA test a year later, and how come police didn't do it from day one? I don't know. I'm scratching my head. Maybe it's because police know it's a dead end lead and it ain't gonna do any good, or do police really believe that it's not a murder? It was a hit and run or some type of accident, and they're just not being open with the public about it. Are they just leaving the case open as unsolved? And if something comes along, it comes along, but it's just not actively being investigated, as a murder. I don't know, guys. It's very, very, very bizarre. But I wanted to put this out there and just give my thoughts on, what I think is going to happen, with this DNA test. I think it's going to lead nowhere. But I think it's probably going to show a lot of DNA, different samples, but who are they going to match it up to? We supposedly had 40 different people at the party, but we really have only identified maybe 10 of these people, 10 to 12. Where's the other 25 to 30 people? What's their names? Because I'm not seeing them on these Snapchats or anything. You just see the main players in the case over and over and over, which is about 10 to 12 people. So, were there really 40 people at the party? Or is that just something made up so that you can blame others, like the Texas boys or something, But anyway, guys, so let me know what you think about this. Partners in Fake Crimes doing this DNA test on these shorts. By the way, that's not confirmed. That's just a hearsay. That's the rumor. If they are, good for them. Let's see where it leads. But I don't think it's going to lead anywhere. Due to cross-contamination. So, leave some comments, guys. Let me know what you think. And if you have more information than what I've presented here today, go ahead and put that in there too. I'd like to know what the time frame is for this. DNA testing can usually take a while, especially if the samples aren't that great, But we'll see what happens, guys. Let's stay positive, but I don't really know if there's much to be positive about. So, anyways, y'all take care, guys. Until the next episode. This is the podcast that criminals don't want you to watch.
I'm a cool daddy and she knows you well. We got that rhythm in a neon spell. Music in the air, grooving to the beat. Dancing through the night on sneakers, not on our feet. Music in the air, grooving to the beat. Dancing through the night on sneakers, not on our feet. We don't need a plan, just moving with the flow. Every step